Welcome
to the Sunday Stroll.
Yo everyone, dancentral back again, and a big welcome to episode 6 of the Sunday Stroll. Again, I can't thank everyone enough for getting involved, for liking the Facebook page, for interacting with us, posting loads of comments on the YouTube website as well. We put the videos on there, as well as on the Facebook page, facebook.com/stroll on Sunday. And yeah, I just can't thank everyone enough for getting involved. This week's topic is basically going to be, which games would you love to see sequels done for, which don't currently have sequels at the moment, and why? And do you ever think that they'll ever be done? And what are the chances? I've got quite a few actually, and I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head. Normally I write them down and I have it in my hand and I can just sort of refer to it, but I've kind of come out with my dog and not really written anything down. I kind of forgot to, I'll be honest, so I'm just going to have to rely on my brain to remember hopefully all of them if I can. So I was rattling my brain, trying to visualise all my games on my shelf actually in my head, and which ones of those would I love to see a sequel done for, and if there was one done, what were the games that I would rush out, proper quick and go and get it. Now the first one I came up with is a classic game. I don't believe there's ever been a sequel been done. I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me if it's the case. But I don't believe there's been a sequel done of Alien Storm. It's been on the Master System, been on the Mega Drive, been obviously in the arcades, but I don't believe there's been a sequel done. Now I love that game. I grew up with the Master System version over the Mega Drive version, and absolutely love the game. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I just think it's just such a fun-fueled game, really. The graphics are really cool for the time, and I just have so much fun on it. I love the train track level on the Master System version, where you're running down the train track and it's quite fast and all the enemies are coming towards you. I love going into the TV shots where you can smash the TVs. That's almost like a shooting gallery, and all the enemies kind of slide from sort of side to side. You have to shoot them all, and you can explode the TVs as well. I just think it's a great game, and the designs in the game, the different bosses, different enemies, the variety in there, I think is great. So I'd love to see a sequel done on Alien Storm, and if it was done, I would pick it up proper quick.
Yo everybody, I am dancentral. Not really. I am Shock16 and this is the Sunday Stroll. Question of the week: what games that never got sequels do you think deserve sequels? So yeah, I've had a bit of a think, raided the old noggin while I've been at work, and I think I've come up with a few good candidates. So let's blaze with the first choice. So wasting no time, diving straight in. Choice number 1 for me is going to be a great game. Absolutely adore this game. Never heard anybody say a bad word about it either. And yeah, if you don't like this game, there's something wrong with you. And that game is Sunset Riders. As we know, great arcade cab. An arcade cab that me and Mr. Shanked from the Two Fat Bastards played all the way through at Play Expo in Manchester last year. Absolutely great game. It's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. Yeah, set in the old Wild West. You basically play as bounty hunters and you go shoot your way through the Wild West in a side-scrolling kind of way. Yeah, and it is brilliant. It came out on Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo as well. Probably came out on a few other systems as well, but I can't really remember what other systems it came out of. I used to play the SNES version as a kid because that's the system I had. I haven't played the SNES version in a while. I would love to get it back, but the price of it is fucking sky high. Honestly, to get a box, nice box, complete condition, Sunset Riders on Super Nintendo, in the PAL region anyway, I'm not sure about NTSC, but in PAL region will cost you a fortune, a small fortune. And it's a small fortune that I'm not willing to pay at the minute, so yeah, but why didn't that game ever get a sequel? Do you know what I mean? There's many other shitter games that did get sequels, and that one never did. So yeah, first choice is going to be Sunset Riders. Absolutely adore that game, and it deserves a sequel. Get onto it, get on it.
There we go. So this is my security Sunday Stroll. and working today, unfortunately, for my sins. So, question of the week is, what game do you think deserves a sequel, or what sequel would you like to a game? I've got to keep this quick because I think people are coming. A couple of games, obviously more sort of current gen. The Last of Us. I think I'd rather see a a sequel instead of a remake on the PS4. Probably a little bit too soon for that, I guess, because still a fantastic game in its own right, and yeah, it's only just been out, so maybe that's a little bit too current gen, so maybe I want to be a bit critical there. But
the next one I'd love to see a sequel done for is one of my favourite shmups of all time on the Mega Drive, and that's a game called Biohazard Battle. Spoken about it quite a few times recently in videos. Spoke about it in my collaboration video with one of my great mates, Tenfor Ibis, who is a songwriter and gamer from London, who I met up with a few weeks ago and did a collaboration video with. Yeah, he played that and really liked it. Hadn't heard of it before. And I've got a challenge video up on my channel actually, trying to challenge people to see if they could get through the first 3 levels without using any continues, which I managed to do, and it was to see if any of you guys could do it. And I sort of rave about it quite a bit because I just love the game. I think it's a great one. It's one that not many people really have heard of, which I think is an absolute shame because it's one of the best ones out there in my opinion. The bass sound on it is so cool, especially for a Mega Drive game. The bass is so strong, it really does push through in the game. And I'm sure if they did do a sequel, say for the Xbox One and the PS4, for example, they'd be able to do so much with the soundtrack because the music is so strong on the Mega Drive. So to even enhance that even more, you know, for the Xbox One and the PS4, I think would just be absolutely out of this world. And obviously enhance the graphics and stuff as well, I think would just be an absolute amazing thing to pull off, really. It's such a great game. It's so fast paced, the weapons in it are really cool, and the bosses are really impressive as well. So Biohazard Battle would be another one for me.
Now my second choice game is going to be one from the PlayStation 2 era. I actually did have it on the PS2, still do have it on the PS2, but I think it came out on the original Xbox as well, and it also got a scholarship edition on the Xbox 360. So by saying scholarship edition, you've probably already guessed what it is, and that is a brilliant game by Rockstar, and it's called Bully, or Canis Canem Edit, depending on what part of the world you live on. Over here it got changed from Bully to Canis Canem Edit, basically because at the time there was a lot of controversy about bullying at school. There was like a campaign going on about stopping bullying or something here. In the UK there was anyway at the time, and then that game got launched called Bully, and I think it caused a bit of a controversy here in this country and in the Europe. So yeah, Bully, anyway, like I say, made by Rockstar, the creators of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, it just confused me why they haven't released a sequel for this game yet. I mean, Grand Theft Auto's got multiple sequels, and even Manhunt, that got a sequel, didn't it? So, you know, come on, put your finger out, Rockstar. So yeah, if you don't know what Bully is about, you basically play as a school kid called Jimmy, and it's like an open world kind of school game. You can, you can go to classes, or you can skip classes, and you can, like, you take on different. Basically, you start off as a nobody, you get picked on, and then you start like getting in with different factions like greasers, the jocks, the nerds, and stuff like that. And it's great. And eventually, you just kind of like take over the school, and yeah, you can venture outside of the school as well, in like later on in the game, and it becomes like a big open world. You can change your clothes, get haircuts, all the great things that you get in a open world game from Rockstar. Cars, I'm in that area again. So yeah, why didn't it ever get a sequel? It needs a sequel. Come on, Rockstar. I have heard rumours, there's been a rumour mill there. Somebody from Rockstar said that they haven't counted it out for a sequel, so maybe we will get one, but so far no sequel, which means no good, which means it needs one. So yeah, my second choice is going to be Bully, or Canis Canem Edit. It needs a sequel.
A game that I would love to see a sequel to was a fantastic game that came out on the GameCube first, I think. A game called Killer 7, and it's basically you are in the head of somebody and you play 7 psychopaths, and each of these psychopaths have obviously got sort of different skills and everything which you need to use to, you know, counteract different enemies and different challenges that come out. But it's a really different film. They've done really well. It's if you haven't seen it, or there are sort of gameplays on YouTube of this game. I'm thinking about doing one myself, so keep an eye on that when I get the time. But yeah, Killer 7, I think that would be a fantastic game to play a sequel to. Trying to think of more retro games that I think deserve a sequel. Just can't really think right now. Think. Oh, mine's gone blank. So The Last of Us, current gen, and Killer 7, old gen. So that's my Sunday Stroll, guys. Sorry it's a bit quiet. It's just I'm in the park on my own. I don't know who's watching me. I'm on security duty, so.
And then I thought of a game on the Super Nintendo, and it's a game that I again grew up with. It's a great game. There's never been a sequel done, but if there was one done, I would buy it tomorrow if it was available. And that's a game on the Super Nintendo, which some of you may have heard of. So it's going a bit dark at the minute. I'm going into a bit of shadow. And that is a game called Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. Brilliant game. It's set in kind of like prehistoric times. You have to fight a lot of dinosaurs. You have, obviously being cavemen, you have kind of back to basics weapons. You have, I think they have their own clubs that you can hit things with that run towards you. You've got basically 4 different weapons you can choose from. You've got fire, you've got bones you can throw, you've got boomerangs, and you've got like they almost look like smoke rings. You sort of fire them out and they sort of roll across the floor and they trip enemies up in the process and they die and stuff. And the level designs is just absolutely fantastic. You've got one level where you can climb up, sort of a forest themed level. You climb up a big tree, you have to get to the top, and the boss is at the top. There's water levels, cave levels, so much variety in the game. It's absolutely fantastic. And also you can do 2-player co-op as well, and so you can play basically 2 players on the same level at the same time, helping each other out, which again just kind of heightens the fun element really for me. And it uses a map screen as well, a bit like on Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3, which is actually, I think, was the first Mario game to introduce that kind of map feature in the Mario series as well. It uses the map feature, so you go from level to level, but every time you complete a level you go back to the map, go across to the next level, and then you go to the next one and then select it. And you can collect items, and you have bonus levels. You basically get you can pick up these like little kind of like keys, if you like. You can unlock secret parts of the map as well, which you can't unlock without the key. So you kind of find those in levels, and you can use them to unlock secret areas to get lives and extra items and stuff. So it's really, really, really fun, and a big game, lots to kind of enjoy in there, and lots of stuff to kind of explore really. So to have that as a sequel on the next gen or current gen console, I suppose, would be absolutely amazing.
So now moving on to my third and my final choice, going back to the old 16-bit era again, and that's going to be with a side-scrolling beat-em-up called Battletoads. I'm sure we've all played Battletoads in our time, but yeah, why hasn't it had a sequel? I know some of you are going to say, well, it did get a sequel. They did Battletoads versus Double Dragon or whatever it was called, but ain't nobody got time for that shit. Although that was probably a good game, wasn't it? I think I played it and I think it weren't a bad game actually. Double Dragon vs Battletoads or whatever it was called. But yeah, it never, to my knowledge anyway, it never got a straight up sequel. Battletoads 2, why not? I mean, I think it was quite notorious for having a bit of a being difficult in areas, weren't it? But that was part of its charm probably, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It didn't hold your hand. So yeah, it just chucked you in the deep end and yeah, let you get on with it. Great game. Why no sequel? I mean, 20 years or so have passed and we've still had no sequel for this game. Battletoads, everybody loves a bit of Battletoads. So yeah, like I say, side-scrolling beat 'em up, but you play as Toads, but not just any Toads, Battletoads, Toads with the most. So yeah, there you go, that was my third and final choice for a game that needs a sequel, that to my knowledge never got a sequel. So yeah, Battletoads, make a sequel for it.
Game on the Mega Drive called Pugsy. Not Bubsy, the Bobcat, that's a great game as well, but this one's called Pugsy. You basically play as like an orange kind of alien, if you like, and he basically jumps around and collects items, and you pick up guns and stuff and shoot with them to shoot enemies, and you have to basically progress through loads of levels and get to the end exit, which is actually a teddy bear that's stuck to the wall. Sounds pretty bizarre, but once you play it, you kind of know what I mean, if you haven't done. And the thing that I love about it is it is such a big game. There are so many levels. Again, it uses a map feature to go from level to level, but it's such a big game. And again, there's bonus levels and secret levels that you can unlock if you go down the right path. Like some levels have 2 different exits. If you find the secret one, you go to a secret level. If you find the main one, so you just go to the next main level. But it's just fantastic.
I've been shot 16. This has been the Sunday Stroll. Don't know why I hesitated there. It's definitely the Sunday Stroll. So yeah, Shot 16 Sunday Stroll. I'm Adi. Bye bye.
Alright guys, take care. Speak to you soon.
So thanks very much everyone, and I'll see you next Sunday.